What's up, dudes? Flock of bumblefuck back here with some more Elden Ring from my first and current active playthrough, and today is going to be a pretty special one. Why is this video special, Brandon, you may be asking yourself? And to that I say, I'm not telling you a damn thing. You have to sit down and watch the whole thing to find out. So what I'm trying to do is get caught up with this backlog of footage that I have, so that way I'm not further ahead in my game than what you're seeing, because at the moment, I am about 40 to 50 hours ahead in-game than what you're seeing right now in the video, and that needs to change. If you like what you see from me today, consider subscribing for more Elden Ring, as well as other games I plan on playing in the future. I plan on doing more music and guitar-related stuff as well. Tell your friends, tell your mom. I don't give a shit who you tell, just tell someone, man. I don't care who sees my videos. I just want them to be good, and I want them to make people happy. That's all I need. Now, I was just chilling in the round table, just upgrading some stuff, and then I wanted to see what was in that room below the balcony with that long carpet and stuff, and turns out there is an invader in there, so I tried my luck. Things didn't go as well as I wanted them to. Now, after such a bad defeat, I needed to heal my soul by listening to the sweet voice of a woman, so I went to speak to the finest cougar in the lands, baby. Alright, back to Caelid. Even though I hate it here. I mean, it is starting to grow on me a little bit. I mean, some of the views are nice if you're a fan of a specific type of aesthetic. You know, the one that reminds you of stagnant, disease-ridden algae water. Now, it was high time I finally got myself the map for this section of Caelid, so I did that before I went to do anything else. Now, I found one of those gimmick scarabs where it kind of teleports away when you try to melee it, so using my bow, I was able to kill it and get the poison mist Ash of War. Now I can bring a piece of Philadelphia to the people of the lands between. I can share what the air feels like here during the summertime. Now, it was also my first time fighting one of these clean rot knights, and let me tell you, I was bitching extremely heavily. It was alright, though. Nothing that my katana can't take care of. And then I was invaded by Millicent. Girl, what the hell are you doing? I didn't even start your quest line yet. Found some ruins, got the rock sling spell. Highly recommend. Then I went back into the cave that I got stuck in my first 24 hours of Elden Ring. Video linked in the description, by the way. That is first 24 hours of Elden Ring, a link in the, No, I never got the chance to fully explore the first time around, so I felt like I had to do my due diligence and just collect all the things that I missed on and stuff like that. You know, I don't have to explain, you know. Now, when I was exploring the cave this time, this was actually the first time I got actually a little bit annoyed with the game because of these dudes right here. These kindreds of rot. FromSoft was like, yeah, a hissing cockroach and a shrimp have a baby. You get these fuckers. Now, after I took care of these hoes, I got a talisman that boosts faith, so that is not useful to me whatsoever at this moment. As with finding any boss room for the first time, there is an air of anticipation and excitement as I waited to see what my foe would be. I quickly soon found out that, oh my god, I should have just minded my own business and gotten the hell out of there once I got all the smithing stones. The Falling Star Beast is a friggin' nightmare. Now, putting this dude in such a small arena is kind of like what I was going through with the Room Bear and the Ulcerated Tree Spirit way early on in the playthrough. Big boy plus tiny room equals not good. Not to mention that it has huge coverage with both of its fucking speed and its tail attacks, and these dudes have crazy resistances, man. In the end, I mean, the battle went about as well as I expected it to go, so I just decided I would come back later when I wasn't as not good. I went to do some sightseeing in Grail's Dragon Burrow, and I killed a scarab that gave me a Somber Smithing Stone 8, dude. Holy. Don't ask me what I'm doing here. I don't remember. Oh, wait, that's right. I needed to get to the top of this tower. Oh, yeah. I was going to the top of the Divine Tower of Caelid, so I didn't have to do it later. But you have to climb a bunch of ladders on the outside because nothing is simple in this game. After about 30 minutes of continuously falling to my death or getting knocked off by soldiers, I finally lit the Sight of Grace at the top. Oh my god, it's about fucking time. So a lot of the things I was doing just revolved around going back to beat old bosses and stuff that I passed by. I ran by this Putrid Avatar earlier because I was making a beeline for Mama Dragon for that huge amount of runes like we all know about by now. I already beat the Erd Tree Avatar in the Weeping Peninsula. How hard could this guy be? Like everything else in godforsaken Caelid, the Putrid Avatar variant has Scarlet Rot capabilities. Because why not? Now, this attempt didn't go so good. It was pretty pathetic, not gonna lie. But it can't possibly be worse than attempt number 2. On to beating up vulgar militiamen because I'm too much of a yellow belly to take on the Putrid Avatar and actually fucking beat him because I'm so trash at this game. Now, looking back on it, I was extremely over-leveled compared to what most people should be at, and I still couldn't use all of those extra levels to my advantage. This isn't Pokemon, dude. I can't just over-level myself to compensate for my lack of skill. You actually have to think a little bit about what you're doing in this game. But then I had an even brighter idea. I was gonna fight the Blackblade Kindred again. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? One day, I do in fact beat him. It's just not today. Since I couldn't beat any bosses that challenged me in any way whatsoever, I decided to take on the Rune Bear. So I think the fight lasted maybe like 30 seconds, if that. I have learned that being insanely overleveled just makes the game not fun whatsoever. Poor, poor Rune Bear. You're gonna be seeing this a lot throughout my first playthrough. I advance ahead in the game, get stronger, level up, and then I'm like, oh shit, there's a bunch of bosses that I forgot about and I want their stuff. And then because I'm such a disgustingly high level, I don't even give these poor people a chance against me. I guess it makes the completionist part of the game easier because I have to spend less time fighting and I can just get things quicker. But there was something that was eating away at me, man. I had unfinished business to attend to in the Fringe Folk Hero's grave at the start of the game. That's the one, right? Fringe Folk Hero? I don't know. There's so many of them, dude. So I grabbed the Erdtree's favorite talisman, and then it was time. I had to beat the Ulcerated Tree Spirit as soon as possible. I could hear it in my head mocking me for not having the cojones to stay in the fight and beat it the last time I tried to take it on. And I knew if I beat this boss here and now, this would be my first real test done, man. I even had to look at a friggin' boss guide for how to beat this dude, for crying out loud. My dignity was tarnished. No pun intended. So this was my first time playing in a few days, and after my first round of attempts, I was very rusty and I couldn't remember any of the dodge windows or even the attack timings. I definitely wasn't aiming to beat it first try because, you know, I knew I wasn't going to do it, but I just had to get a hang of the attacks again, and then eventually I would just go balls to the wall, man. So I started to sharpen my third eye again and get a hang for the various claw swipes and the ground pounds that old Snake Boy loves to go for. The only problem was I didn't get out of the AoE range from the explosion, and I subsequently got put out of my misery when I started running away like a little bitch. Oddly enough, it wasn't that far into the session that I wound up surprising myself. This beginning combo that you see from the Tree Spirit is something I could dodge and punish in my sleep now, man. So the early part of the battle was very simple because it followed up with yet another easily telegraphed sequence of moves that's honestly a cakewalk to counter at this point for me. So I hit it with a couple of unsheath attacks, and then it was down to the second phase. But this is where things always get tricky for me in past battles, is phase 2. I don't know if I was imagining it, but it seemed like Snake Boy's aggression gets ramped up a little bit when it phase transitions. Not to mention, at this point, I was still kind of noobish, so all the added flame and lights kind of freaked me out a little bit. Now, this was definitely sweaty palm territory because I could feel like I was getting close, man. I just had to keep my nerves calm and focus. I mentioned in the first half of my 24-hour videos that part of the challenge as a newbie is keeping full focus for the duration of a boss battle. And I came really close to choking. But my mistakes didn't matter because I was finally able to beat the Ulcerated Tree Spirit and camera gank battle after so many hours of attempts. Oh boy, did that feel good. So I was roaming around Camden when I found the Church of the Plague, and then there was this little redhead shawty crying in the corner over there. So I went over to see what was up and see if I could get her number, but she's got the Scarlet Rot, so I'm staying the hell away from her. I ain't catching the Elden Ring clap from her. Now, unbeknownst to me at the time, this right here is Millicent, and she has a very cool questline attached to her, so if you haven't done it yet, definitely check it out. Yo, do you guys hear that? Sounds like someone talking some mad shit. See, this is why I don't have a problem with people looking up guides for this game, because there is literally a very important boss battle I could be doing in the Swamp of Aeonia, and here I am playing with my bird fucking in the middle of nowhere. I will say, though, looking back at the footage, I have no real idea what my thought process was like at any point while I was exploring. It literally looks like someone handed their controller to their annoying little cousin just to shut them up, and little man has no clue what the hell he's doing. So eventually, I guess I stopped trying to be an NPC, and I actually went to the Red Mane Castle to clear out those 2 lions in the courtyard. But, as you could probably guess, as quickly as it started, it was over. Alright, so, here's the thing real quick. Well, actually a couple things. So, one, there's like a 2-week gap between what you just saw and then this upcoming little bit of footage that you're about to see. And 2, I was actually recording this next part while I was in an Xbox party, so I didn't have my mic recording, and I didn't know that I had, like, I was picking up the party chat audio through my capture card. So basically, you're just gonna see me do a couple of things. You're gonna hear some interesting stuff happening in the background, and I didn't want to get rid of the footage because I thought it was funny. So here it is. I'll talk to you guys in a second.
Don't even put him on the mic, dude. I'm gonna have him not here. I swear to God, I am. That dude fucking knows how to push my buttons with this shit.
Kurt Angle?
why is this slob not have a cigar in his mouth? So what up, G-Sucks wieners? Why do you call them wieners, bro? What the fuck's wrong with you? I hate your butts. I hate your butts. Mommy.
I hate your balls.
Yeah, you hate my balls, right?
Did, probably. His defense did.
Done. I let it all out.
Let what on? Shit?
Yeah, dummy. Like, what else? My balls?
I don't know, because someone just talked about nut, did they not?
Alright folks, I greatly appreciate you for watching and sticking around for the entire video. So if you like what you saw from me today, or if you've watched some of my other videos, I would encourage you to subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to help me out at this point in time, and hopefully I can give you some good content in the future. So that's all for today. Thank you for stopping by, you absolute chads. Stay safe out there. See you later, guys.